Hi, I'm Darlene, and this is Super at 60. I am so excited to have you here today, and welcome to another Home Sweet Home Christmas Series video 2021. I have had such a good time putting out all these videos for you, and there's more to come, guys. There's more to come, so hold on. But today is a really special day because it's one of my favorite times on YouTube, and that is a collaboration. And today's collaboration is a cookie collaboration, a Christmas cookie collaboration. How much more fun can it possibly be? I will leave a list of all the links below of all the YouTube channels that are in this cookie collaboration. If you are just passing through and you're checking out my cookie today and you happen to like my channel, I ask that you would press that like button, press the subscribe button, and press that little bell, of course, so that you know when all the new videos that I upload come out, because they do come out quite often. And last time I heard, guys, you know what? Christmas cookies don't have any calories, nor do they have any carbs. Nope, it's all gone. It's like magic time. So go ahead. And that is the perfect time today, right? So today I'm making for you one of our family treasured favorite cookies. Yes, and it goes all the way back to my childhood cookie table. And it is called an Italian snowball. Oh, they are so good. They are light. They are sugary, but not overly sugary. Actually, out of all the Christmas cookies I bake, I would say these are the least sweet, but perfect. It has just the perfect amount of softness, yet crunch and buttery and just everything. It's just like one little bite is just like everything you need in a Christmas cookie. You could close your eyes, eat the cookie, and know that is Christmas time. So let's turn around now and get started on my Italian snowballs. All right, in my mixer, I have 3/4 cups of slightly softened butter. Okay, so that's 1 stick and 1/2 stick. And to that, I'm going to add 5 tablespoons of powdered sugar. Okay. 1, 2. I have to count, so 3, right? 4, 5. Yes, okay. That's all. Whew. Right. You might be thinking, well, that's not a whole lot of sugar, but that's all there is to it. There's a little bit more sugar coming at the end, so that's good for now. All right, let's go ahead and give this a little bit of a mix here. Start out slowly with powdered sugar. Cover that butter. And of course, you can double these, which I usually do, but I'm going to keep, since I'm making so many different kind of cookies this year, I am going to keep each kind a little bit smaller, the amount. All right, I'm going to whip that up just a little bit. All right, that is just about done whipping together. I'm just going to scrape down the sides. You always have to do that with your butter and your sugar. Make sure it's all nice and combined and soft, creamy. It looks beautiful, just beautiful. I can still remember my mom sitting at the kitchen table making these cookies. You know, that's part of Christmas cookie making, is making memories. Not just the cookies, but the memories. I have such wonderful, wonderful memories of my mom and I. All right, so we have our 5 tablespoons of powdered sugar in here. And we have our 3/4 cups of butter, and now I'm going to add 2 cups of finely sifted flour. Now let me show you exactly what's kind of going on here. Let me move this just 1 second. All right, let me just move you over. I'm going to be cameraman today. Yeah, this is how I kind of sift my flour. Flour is a heavy product. It really is, and it settles in the bottom of your bags. Just, you know, when you pick up a bag of flour, it's quite heavy. So when you put it in your containers or your canisters at home, just give it a whisk. Take a whisk, and it's Christmas time, so you have to use a red one. and just give it a good stir around. That's what I do. That's the way I sift. I don't sift. I just do not sift. I just lighten up my flour. All right, and I need 2 cups of this. So very light. Oh, it's so nice and fluffy when you do it that way. So there's 1. And I'm going to turn you back around. There's no action at the flour bin anymore. It's all over here. There we go. And 2. Just level it off nice and put it right down in there. Oh boy, did I make a mess of that mixer. Whew. Oh well, that's me. All right, you know what? That's going to drive me insane. Just a little bit more than usual. And I am just going to clean that up because it just looks terrible. Yeah. All right, there. Ah, that's so much better. All right, there we go. And now let's give that a little turn around. And again, start out slow. Do not want to be wearing this flour. And you just sifted it, which makes it extra soft and fluffy and airy. Which is what you want, but you don't want to be wearing it. You want that in your bowl. So start on slow till it just kind of starts to come together. You see the flour and the butter start to combine a little bit. Then you can crank it up 1. If you're using a hand mixer, same rules apply. Start slow and build your way up. I may or may not be telling you anything you don't know, but I'm going to try and cover it all just in case. Okay. It's going to be a little crumbly at first. We do have some more ingredients to add. There are no eggs in this cookie. So if any of you have that issue, you try to stay egg-free, this might be a great cookie choice for you. So our sifted flour is in, our powdered sugar is in, our butter is in. And now I'm going to add 1 cup of finely chopped walnuts, okay? Finely chopped walnuts. That's kind of how you want them to look. Not quite walnut flour, but not big chunks, These are going to be tiny, delicate little cookies. Each one is like a little gem. So yeah, you don't want a great big nut in there. So we'll sift that all the way through there too. Again, on nice and slow. Okay, and now we're going to add 1/4 cup of these little tiny semi-sweet chocolate chips. If you have the big ones, you can use those, but I highly recommend these for these cookies. And that's 1/4 cup. And also at this time, let's go ahead. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of just water, 1 teaspoon of water, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla, okay? I have my own beautiful vanilla here, and every time I take the lid off the top of the bottle, oh, it just smells so good. And there we go. Whoop, little splash over. And that never hurt anybody, said this mom all the time. And I think we have everything in there. Everything's in. So let's go. It smells so good. You know, if you have a question about the butter, do I use unsalted butter? Do I use salted butter? You know what? I have used both at different times in my life, and personally, I do not care. I use whatever I have. That is absolutely the truth. For these cookies, I wouldn't. These are not salted walnuts or anything like that, so don't worry about it if you have salted butter. And we're going to mix that up till it just starts to come together beautifully. All right, it looks perfect. See how it is clumped together just like that? It's absolutely beautiful. It's exactly the way it's supposed to look. You know, I do this all the time. You'd think this was a new mixer or something. Ugh. I'll get it. I promise one of these days you're going to tune in and you're going to see me mastering this thing. Well, yeah, it is, for those of you who might be new, it's the first time I've had the lift mixer. It was a gift from my husband, and I really love it. I mean, I really do, but it does have a little bit of a learning curve that I'm trying to struggle through. And of course it comes at Christmas time, but I'm not going to complain. Nope. I love it. All right, there we go. All right, the cookie dough is all ready. There it is. And I'm gonna use my little teaspoon or tablespoon. I'm not sure what exactly this is. Maybe it's a tablespoon. I don't know. It's not real big. Looks big when I do like that. There, I'll take it back a little. But it works great for doling out cookies. I'm sure y'all have them. If you don't, put one on your Christmas list. All right, I'm gonna scoop out as many as I can. Now, do not mound these over. That's about what you want to do. And if you look at it directly like that, you'll see that I have not mounded it at all. And that's just what you want. Go ahead and put that right on your mat. Just kind of scrape it off on the sides as you're coming up. Yeah, these are just beautiful. All right, let me go ahead and finish up this tray. And then I'll show you what I do right before I pop them into the oven. All right, I finished making the tray. Here's what they look like. They're just beautiful little rounded mounds. And what I'm gonna do is just take my hand and just press ever so slightly each one of them down, just like that. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and round them up in a little ball. Do like that. That's the way my grandma used to do it. Maybe I'll do it in honor of my grandma, just like that. I could still see her rolling those up, but you don't have to. They'll be fine. These do not spread, so you don't have to worry about that. If you want to stick them back in the refrigerator for just a moment before you tap them into the oven, that is fine, but you don't have to do that either. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'll surprise you. There we go. And just a little tiny bit of a press, and they look beautiful, my friends. All right, they are all ready for the oven. I'm gonna pop these into the oven at 300 degrees, only 300 degrees for approximately 25 to 30 minutes. Now, normally, because I make these every year, I would have noted in my card the exact time that they need to be in the oven, but this year, it's a new oven. And because of that, I'm gonna go for the lower end. It says 25 to 30 minutes, so I'm gonna press the timer to about maybe 22 minutes and see what happens. I'll give them a check. They should be a very, very light golden brown on top. I mean, very, very light. You wanna make sure that they are done all the way through, obviously, but not overdone. If you set it at 30 with a new oven and you're not sure, that could be trouble for drying out your cookies and over baking. Right, the cookies just came out of the oven and this is what they look like. Okay, they almost look like they're not done. I mean, like they never even went in, but I can assure you it is absolutely perfect. Ooh, they're so hot. If you turn it over, you see how they're just lightly golden on the bottom? See the difference between the two? Yeah. All right, flip that back. All right, now I'm gonna let these sit on the trays until they are absolutely cooled down, and then we're gonna get on to the final, last step, and probably the most fun one. All right, my cookies are completely cooled down, so we can get on to the last and final step, and your cookies are just about done and ready for their first tasting. All right, first thing I'm gonna do, because this is a little bit messy, So if you just simply take a kitchen towel, all right, it can even be a dirty one because nothing's gonna be touching this, no cookies. So yeah, just fold up a kitchen towel and put your rack right on top. This is the powdered sugar part, okay? So I take a bag, just a Ziploc baggie, and I put about a cup, maybe a cup and a half of powdered sugar in there. And I'm gonna put a couple of cookies very gently into the bag at a time, not too many, maybe 3. Just fold over the bag really, really well, just like that, and just give it a good shake. All right, that's all you have to do. And then open the bag back up, fish out your cookies, give them a little tap, 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 and there they go. The reason for the towel underneath is because, obviously, I guess, any powdered sugar that wants to come dripping off there will land on your towel and not all over your counter. And you can just take it outside, give it a quick shake, and you're ready to go. All right, let's drop in a few more. Maybe I'll put 4 in this time. Aren't they gorgeous? Don't they just look like little snowballs? All right, let's shake these up. You don't have to be fierce with them. Just a little toss actually is what you're doing. And this is not a day for you to wear black in the kitchen. Yeah, I'm surprised. Usually when I bake bread or make biscuits or something, especially if I'm doing it on YouTube, I always surprise myself how stupid I am and how when I dressed for the day, I ended up wearing black. I don't know why, but anyway, purple was the choice for today. And I think I'm gonna be okay. All right, another little shake. And you just keep doing this. If you get down to the bottom of the bag and you don't have any more powdered sugar left in the bag, go ahead and put a little bit more in. It's just fine. There's no rhyme or reason for this, really. It's just fun. Well, thank you so much for joining me today here at Super at 60. I had such a good time showing you one of my all-time favorite Christmas cookies that I just have to have on my Christmas table every single year, the Italian snowball cookie. Isn't she beautiful? Oh my goodness. Just piling up a bunch of those beautiful white snowballs on a beautiful bright red Christmas tray or a bright green Christmas tray. Oh, it would just be absolutely lovely. And they are so very giftable. Cookies are a wonderful gifting idea because a lot of people today, they don't bake cookies. They just don't bake them. They either pick them up at one of the local grocery stores or a local bakery. And that's fine. And some of those cookies are mighty good, but there's nothing like a homemade cookie. Nothing at all. Alrighty, this was a collaboration today. I want to remind you, and the link is right down below. So go ahead and take a peek. There are so many wonderful collaborators down there. I am going to go now myself and grab a cup of coffee and maybe a cookie or two and go through that list. There's several on there that I'm not familiar with, and I want to go and check them out and see if there might be some new cookie recipes I might be interested in making. So again, if you enjoyed my channel, I ask that you might press that like button. Please press the subscribe button. Boy, do we have a good time here. And press that little bell so you know when I upload a video, and they do come out all the time. We do all kinds of stuff here. Yep, we really do. I'm not always in the kitchen. Most of the part I am in the kitchen, but not always. So at this time, I always say to everyone, Merry Christmas, bye now, and Lord bless.